to my live stream.
Hold on. Okay, so okay. Let me hang up with you, and then I'll push, and then I'll select it.
Okay.
See if I can hear you.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey guys, we are doing a live video. We have some very important news, and it's no joke. It's pretty serious news.
And let's try to get up to the mic this time,
Yeah.
so maybe you can hear us.
So talk like you would normally talk, babe. Testing.
The test. This is awkward, but yes, we have to do a sound check.
Yeah, we have to do a sound check. We were doing it earlier, and the microphone wasn't picking it up. I'm not sure why. So Rebecca is watching it. Hit OK if you can hear us, Rebecca. Send us a text.
Yeah, that light is aggressive. It's an aggressive light, sir.
It is aggressive, like my personality.
Not aggressive, just...
Yep. Okay, she can hear us. Okay. We're working on
Take
this.
two.
Take two. So we got some news. We want to share it with friends and family, and we started trying to just call everyone. It just got really overwhelming. It was really overwhelming. So we are going the route of modernity, which is doing a YouTube live. So thank you for watching, and thank you for listening. Go for it, babe.
All right. So the end of May, I went to work out. I went to take a shower, and I found a lump in my left breast. And immediately panicked, called my doctor. She got me in the next day, sent me for a diagnostic mammogram. Went through that. They immediately sent me in for biopsies and got the biopsy results positive for cancer. So I have breast cancer. And it's probably the first time I've been able to say that without bawling.
Yeah, we're pretty freaked out.
A lot of you know, some of you maybe not know, my mom passed away 3 years ago from cancer. Her 3-year anniversary was actually on the 18th. So this is extremely triggering for me. And I've always been very proactive in my health. I work out, don't do anything crazy. I drink on the weekends, don't smoke. Pretty healthy person.
Doesn't do heavy drugs.
Don't do drugs at all.
She quit all the heroin and the cocaine a while back.
It's great weight loss, but it's not sustainable.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, the meth was really doing a number on my body. So.
Anyway, we're laughing because there's nothing else we can do right now.
Yeah, we've got to kind of use humor to deal with this.
So after the biopsies were sent and we got the results back, I was immediately sent to a breast surgeon. Met with her, and we thought we got genetic testing pending. My mom's side has a lot of different types of cancers. Of course, she had breast cancer. My brother passed away at 21 from lymphoma.
Would you call it a plethora of cancers?
It's a plethora. My grandmother passed away from colon cancer. My grandfather passed away from prostate cancer.
She's got it all throughout.
It's everywhere. So they're doing genetic testing to see which parts of the genes I got from who. I think my father's side is mostly okay. I don't really know. We don't talk. So anyway, we're getting genetic testing done. Those results can take about a month to get back. And we're also waiting on oncotype testing, which is a test to determine how aggressive the cancer is. It's a scale of 0 to 100. We are hoping from a 0 to 25. That will determine whether I need chemotherapy on top of treatment, which I'm not wanting.
Yeah. Well, and the good news is now in modern times, they can tell through genetic testing if the cancer responds to chemo or not.
Oncotype testing.
Oncotype testing.
Yeah.
So they can kind of tell if it's going to respond. And if it's not going to respond, why put someone through all that chemo? So we're hoping that her type is of the type that she doesn't have to get chemo.
So from what I've researched, which I'm trying not to do because, you know,
It's a
you know what happens when you research medical stuff.
rabbit hole.
What I understand at this point is if the oncotype test comes back from 0 to 25, chances are I won't have to go through chemo. If it's higher than that, they factor in the genetic test results and family history. And with my luck, it'll probably be having to go through chemo.
Which is scary because it means she might have to get a port, which is a permanent port that they use surgery and they implant it there. And Heather's mom went through hell with the port.
So from talking with the breast surgeon and the oncologist, I don't know for sure because everything happened. I was just in survival mode with my mom, but I believe my mom was HER2 positive. And so she had to have a port because the medication that deals with that burns the veins. It messes up the veins in the arms. So my type is estrogen receptor positive or ER positive and progesterone receptor positive or PR positive. You all can learn with me. And I'm HER2 negative. So I think that from what I understand, it's if you're going to have the cancer in your breast, that's the one you kind of want to get. It's survivable.
Yeah.
High success rate.
And we believe that the stage is stage 1B. We're holding on to that.
I had to get an MRI done. Results came back. They found a third lump in the back of my left breast, close to the chest wall.
And then a fourth.
And then possibly an area of concern in the right that they want biopsied. So I go in Monday morning for more biopsies. One on my left, the MRI guided biopsy on the left due to the placement, and just a regular ultrasound guided biopsy on the right. I also see my surgeon at 10:45 on Monday. She should have most of the test results back except for the biopsies that morning, and we should be able to come up with a treatment plan. Unfortunately, I already know at this point that a lumpectomy is out of the question because of the placement of the third tumor found in my left breast.
It's near the chest wall.
So a lumpectomy would look
lumpy.
It looks stupid.
It would look lumpy.
So I know at this point that I'm getting at least a single mastectomy. I don't know about a double. We'll find out more on Monday.
Yeah, we'll find out more. I mean, according to what they said, if a woman wants to undergo the reconstruction, then they tend to take both breasts because it's really hard when they do the plastic surgery to get the one breast to equal or look similar to the other. Now, women's breasts, just like men's balls, are not symmetrical. And one tends to hang lower than the other. But this would probably be extreme. So she would probably have like a porn star breast on her left side and a normal one on the right, which we laughed about that. And we said, well, that probably wouldn't make sense because then she'd be doing selfies like this. So if we go the reconstructive route, which I think you want to do, right? Then
if I'm getting anything out of this, it's going to be a new pair of fresh tatas. I mean, if I have to go through it,
let's do some triple D's, baby. No, no, but yeah. So they're going to take both. So is that scary?
Maybe.
Fuck yeah, it's scary. You know, are we angry? Fuck yeah, we're angry. Are we
confused?
We're probably pretty damn confused. We're, why me? We've gone through all the different stages of denial already. We're still denying it.
Disassociation. That was my
Heather
first
really
week.
disassociated. She was like a zombie for the first few days when we found out. And it's going to probably get even more real here real soon. I see it only getting more real as we go through the process, as she gets to port, as she, particularly goes through the mastectomy part. Mastectomy is a major, major surgery. You end up with, what do they call those things that deal with the fluid?
Drains.
She's going to end up with drains that we have to be emptied. It's
Time
major.
away from work.
Time away from work.
Yeah.
We're looking into the short-term FMLA. It's going to be hard.
This is going to be life-changing for us.
Life-changing.
We're trying to navigate physically,
mentally.
So in the beginning, because of the history with my mom, because of watching her go through what she did, the first thing I'm like, well, let's just chop them off. I'm done. Like, I don't need them anymore. But the reality, when it actually hits you and you don't have a choice, and if you get a mastectomy or a lumpectomy, it kind of hits you in the face. You're
going to be okay, baby.
I won't say that breasts don't define a woman.
They don't. They don't define a woman.
But they're a huge part of being a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Men look at boobs. You feed your children with your boobs. It's the first thing that happens when you hit puberty. It's all about your breasts, and taking that away from somebody is a hard thing to wrap your head around.
It's crazy. I mean, it's
and hoping I can go through a reconstruction. It's not a guarantee. Some people, they reject it. It just gets rejected. Their bodies won't accept it. I have to wrap my head around that.
I've told her that boobs, no boobs, doesn't matter. No arms, missing ears. She is my love. She's the love of my life. And
it doesn't get to that.
Well, I'm being extreme to make my point. But the point is, I'm going to love her no matter what. Whether she has porn star boobs, whether she has no boobs, whether, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether she gets a lumpectomy, whether she has one boob and no boob. None of it matters. All that matters is that she's alive. She's with me. She is, there for Sebi. She's there for our dogs, our friends, our family. That's all that matters.
Yeah. So trying to wrap my head around that, and knowing that I'm going to do whatever it takes. I am. That's just the reality of it.
She's got a good support system.
It's a lot.
Family, friends.
And I haven't even gone through it yet, but I know it's a lot. It's a lot to absorb, and I know it's going to be a lot to go through. And
we all love her so much, and she is, she is a huge, huge, if not one of the centers of our family, and we need her here with us. We need her alive. We need her healthy. We'll do whatever we need to do. Like I said, whatever we got to do to get through this, we will. Does that mean it's going to be easy? Probably not. Does that mean that, one of the things that was kind of scary for us is the fact that, so a little aside, we've been working the past couple of years to get our debt down and to do processes that's going to get our debt down. And Heather, being the amazing mathematician and accountant, because I'm not, I'm simply just an artist.
But you're still pretty.
I'm somewhat pretty, I guess. But Heather is both an artist and a mathematician. So she's good at it. So she had been working on snowballing debt and, paying certain bills off that had higher interest rates, and the ones that didn't were getting minimum. I mean, we've spent the last 3 years, we were about at the start, according to the math, by the beginning of 2025, January 2025, we were going to be debt-free with the exception of our mortgage. And Heather, who I can't take any credit for that. All I do is spend money stupidly and willy-nilly. Heather, on the other hand, is extremely smart with money and knowing how to do all that stuff. She's paying, her student loans are finally ending this. I mean, how many payments did you have on that? One more payment. Like, we were setting ourselves up to be in a really good place. And the oncologist told us, you guys have insurance, right? And we said, yeah, sure. She says, well, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I hate to talk about it in this way, but I feel like I'm obligated to let everyone know you will meet your deductibles this year. And Heather and I looked at each other. We're like,
Mm-hmm.
because we've been working so hard to get out of debt. And I'm afraid to look at what her deductible is, but I have a feeling it's going to be in the thousands and thousands. So that means a couple things. That means, one, for all our friends and family that, maybe had hoped we would visit them or make trips out of state, or the only trip that we have left that we're authorizing is her friend Sarah's wedding.
My bestie's getting married.
She's the matron of honor, so of course she has
Wouldn't
to go
miss
to that.
that for the world.
But we are not going to be doing a whole lot. We're going to have to minimize our disposable income. We're going to have to just really drastically try to figure out ways to save money. And as you know, we do like to go out to eat. I've got a comic book problem. I'm going to have to probably stop buying comic books. We're going to have to stop, going to the movies as often as we do and waiting for them to come onto cable. I mean, all those little tricks and tips and to try to save money, because I really think we're going to be in it for thousands and thousands of dollars, like a lot of people who end up with cancer diagnoses do.
Or any
and
major
suffer,
medical
or
diagnosis.
any major medical.
Because our
medical
healthcare
diagnosis.
system sucks.
It
here.
sucks. So,
and if you're a woman, it double sucks.
So we're going through that. One of the things that Heather is also thinking about doing is doing kind of a TikTok story and kind of going over this whole process. Maybe she can help other women, talk about the breast density thing, babe.
Speaking of helping women, I mentioned I'm extremely proactive about my health. I get my MRI, so many words. Mammograms every single year on time. Never miss it. I had my mammogram in February and it was clear. And I found this lump in May. I questioned why. I just got cleared for my mammogram. And they said that I have dense breast tissue. And women who have dense breast tissue, a lot of these, I know.
Say that 3 times fast. Dense breast tissue, dense breast tissue.
A lot of the times this stuff gets missed. And that's a problem. So I will tell you, please advocate for yourself. If you know, or if you are told that you have dense breast tissue, demand that you get an ultrasound follow-up.
Yep.
Because if I had gotten both, we would have caught this definitely this year, probably last year. We don't know how long it's been in there, but it's been in there for a while.
The doctor assumed that it might have been 1 or 2 years that it had been in there, and it's because younger women have denser breast tissue, or some women genetically just have denser breast tissue. And guess what? We didn't know this shit. No. Mammograms don't catch a huge majority of these beginning cancer tumors in women that have dense breast tissue.
You have to be, especially as a woman
for yourself
in this country with this healthcare, you have to be your own advocate. Because if you can catch it at stage 0, you don't need chemo, you don't need radiation, you don't need any of this crap that I have to go through.
They just do a lumpectomy, they get it out of there, and it's done.
Yep.
So we would have much rather done this 2 years ago and not gone through this. But we didn't know. You're
supposed to trust the system. Man.
Trust the system, trust the doctors. And then the doctor tells us, oh, well, there's a reason why doctors actually know that mammograms don't catch a lot of tumors in younger women with denser breast tissue, but insurances don't cover it. So there's actually a bill, I don't know if it's Congress or in our state, that's going to force insurances to cover sonograms on women that are younger. What did she say? 40 years old?
Yeah, ultrasounds and
sonograms on younger women. And they're going to be forced to cover them.
That have the dense breast tissue.
Because the mammograms are freaking useless for women that are younger. As you age, apparently women's breasts aren't as dense. Or again, if you are already genetically predisposed to denser tissue, the mammogram doesn't catch it. We think the doctor
Keep
said,
going to your mammograms, but
Yeah.
demand the
get
ultrasound.
the mammogram and demand the ultrasound.
Yeah.
Even if you have to pay for it, because you don't want to get caught unawares or in later stage. We would have really been better off if we'd been stage 0, but we're not. So so that's really important. So I told Heather today, I said, why don't you? She's kind of fooling around on TikTok, getting seen by people doing this and that. And I was like, babe, maybe you should, kind of historically talk about your journey as you're going through it. Maybe do it through TikTok, and maybe it would be helpful to other women and other people. So she's considering that.
Yeah.
We love our family, and we started trying to talk to everyone, and of course it's extremely hard.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard to have this conversation with, I've got a big family, Heather's got a lot of family, we've got a ton of friends. And so having to have this conversation, the same conversation with so many people is just so hard. That's why we decided to use modern technology and just do it this way, so we can send the link to everyone that matters and all our friends, and we can talk about it. We can, everyone will know and get an idea of where we stand with it. Just know that we love you guys, and we love Heather. And is she scared? She's really scared. I am freaking scared.
Yeah.
But
as far as we know, I think we're still in stage 1. So
stage 1, so it's highly survivable. So
being stage 1.
We're extremely concerned about that. We'll find out more on this Monday. But do me a favor and send Heather your love. Keep her in your thoughts. Keep her in your prayers.
Shameless plug, visit my website, buy some art.
You could buy art. That would be one way to support her.
HeatherJoFineArt.com.
She's been kicking ass. She's been kicking ass making art.
And I want you to have the art. It's affordable art.
It's
I want to
extremely
share
affordable.
the beautiful art.
And it's a piece of Heather Jo. And if you love her like I do, you just want to eat her up. So anyway, I don't know. Did we cover everything?
God, I hope so. It's a lot.
It's a lot. We actually did a Facebook Live and went through all of this. And I even did a joke. About chopping off a ball, and I was saying, remember you said something about my balls.
It wouldn't match
It wouldn't match.
You gotta have them.
I actually had a really funny joke about, well, why don't I just share? Oh, I know how it came up, because I said I would take this from her if I could. If I could somehow pay the boatman on the River Styx and say, no, you're not going to take one of her breasts. Here, take one of my balls. I would do it. And but it doesn't work that way. Life doesn't work that way. And then that's when Heather said, one of your balls here implanted would not match my breast. And I thought it was pretty funny.
Still wouldn't have a complete set.
It wouldn't be. Well, she stole my balls long ago when we got married. She keeps them in her purse. So actually, she could just remove them and apply them if she wanted.
You got to read the fine print on the contract.
I did. Yeah, I did. I just loved you so much. I was willing to sacrifice them.
That's
but
on you.
Anyway, so we did like a long Facebook Live, and then our friend Rebecca, who's watching now, said, we can't hear you. So this is our second try here. So we're
hoping we got everything.
We're hoping we got everything. If you need to contact us, call us, text us, contact us through social media, contact me through YouTube, whatever, and just be understanding and know that we might not be quite as available because we're trying to navigate the financial part of it, and it costs money. I mean, even gas to go to Albuquerque, maybe we'll be taking the train more. I don't know, but we love you, our friends and family. We love each other. We are going to be okay. Heather Jo's one of the strongest women that I've ever met. I wouldn't have married her if I didn't think she was strong and special, intelligent and beautiful and all those things.
No.
And she doesn't have to worry about, how she's going to look. You're dealing with freaking.
Listen, kids. Here's
what's the guy that's in the church? The ugly guy that
So
The Elephant Man. I'm literally the Elephant Man. So what is she worried about?
So here, I'm gonna have the same profile as my husband.
And if she loses her hair,
And I don't have the bone structure for bald.
Yeah.
Like I was not blessed with cheekbones.
yeah, she's not like Sinead O'Connor.
A lot of women can pull that off. I am
Some can.
not
The
one of
pixie
them.
cut look.
Not one of them.
I'm going to shave my head in solidarity with my wife if she loses her hair. And then, like she said, Heather was joking with me the other night. She's like, we're going to have the same profile, flat chest, big bellies. And then so she joked and she says, I might as well get bottom surgery and we'll just be two gay men in Santa Fe, which is, dime a dozen.
It's fine.
But I would prefer you to have female parts downstairs.
I can only offer you 50% female parts at this point.
That is perfectly acceptable.
All right. So, that's our son texting. He's fine.
What is he doing?
I don't know.
Well, I thought it was Rebecca telling us to
Is she gonna hear
stop
us
it,
again?
guys. You guys are going way too far. So we're going to get through this through humor and all of this. This has been 30 minutes. Thank you for watching it. If you need to contact us, please do. And just know that we're going to be okay. And Heather Jo's going to be okay.
And we will probably jump on here again on Monday just to give you the data dump that we get as well.
Yeah. So thanks for watching, guys. And we'll see you around.
Love
We
you
love you.
guys.